Hello. So I had a nice heated grips Daytona, but unfortunately they have stopped working. So I kind of destroyed it to take it off. And what I didn't realize, underneath there was this tube, and this tube was right on top of it, and I thought it was a part of the grip, but later I found out it wasn't. So I did take it off and sand it a little bit because there was a little bit of a glue on it. So just with that sandpaper. And now the heated grips that I chose, the new ones, are the Oxford heated grips, which are quite good. I've had on many bikes and I really can't fold them. The reason I went for Daytona ones before, because it had a smart controller, so there was no big unit like this for control, but unfortunately they didn't last long, probably be about a year. And yeah, all of a sudden they stopped working. I have checked all the connections, it was all good. So yeah, probably internal unit was fried. It was quite hard to get them off as well. After I have sanded slightly from the glue, the grips, now they are quite easily go on. So, and you will see that there is a little bit of a space in between. So this is the right hand side of the throttle, which I'm just trying to find the correct size to be able to open the parent, and pretty easy. And I think I'm just gonna cut it, as I know they don't work, so I don't really need them. There you go. And you will see there is a plastic part in it. So obviously this plastic part you need to keep, because the new throttle grip is going to be on it, and you will find that the right hand side is slightly larger in diameter for that reason, because it goes over the plastic part, throttle body. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut this from here up to here, open it up, keep the plastic part, and slide the new one in. So yeah, there is a little bit of a space, probably about centimeter and a half, but there is gonna be a spacer, so it doesn't really matter. Where is my spacer? Over here. So if you put a spacer in, it will fit exactly without cutting it at all in. And all I need to do is just to glue them and stick them on, really, and figure out which position. So they go about here, so it's perfect when I tighten it up. These are actually not the original spacers, because I use these crash bars on them, but this original should fit as well, as it is the same size. So if you position, you need to be careful how you position these, because obviously if you position them this way, then when you come to operate the clutch, you're going to be a little bit disappointed. And so it needs to be cleared. If you're aiming for downward position, so as it's right down, then that should be perfect. Straight down. and they come up over here, so you see the logos over here as well. So I'm gonna glue those, and then I do the wiring, which is gonna be the fun. So as I was starting to cut into this right hand side, I was careful not to cut inside the plastic part, but as you can see I did. But luckily this is the part actually that comes with all the heated grips. Underneath there is another plastic part, as you can see, which it actually goes onto. Can you see this? So this is actually, as you can see, the elements of the Daytona heated grips. They are there. So yeah, so it basically there is rubber, there is plastic parts that you don't need, and there is another plastic part that you do need. So yeah, that's fun part. So now I need to cut the rest of it and then just slide it off, hopefully. So I did manage to cut through the whole part. However, just this part at the end, doesn't want to go that well, but as you can see the heat is kind of but yeah, I didn't cut the hole, so this is the plastic part that needs to be cut off, and underneath this original plastic. Obviously when you have just the rubber grips, if you install it the first time, then you will not have this part here, which is from the old grips Daytona, so it's gonna be much easier. Well, alright, let's keep. So the moment of revelation, actually I just started cutting it, but then I realized it was quite a messy business, and once I actually twist that, I realized I just twisted it open, so I didn't need to bother cutting it. You could just slide it off, obviously, because it's glued. There you go. This part here, I'm not sure if it needs to be here, but probably it's better to keep it so the whole grip is not gonna be touching this part, and it's gonna be nice and free to turn. Do I need to sand it off here? Just a little bit, just to even up slightly these little ridges, but not too much, to be honest. I want quite a nice snug fit. This is how the old one looks like inside. So this was Daytona. But when you open it up, it looks like this. Let me show you better. To light. Oops. There we go. So yeah. Bye bye Daytona. What a disappointment. I thought they're gonna be so neat and cool, but unfortunately no. Oxford never let me know. So I did sand it off lightly, to be honest, not much, just to put any ridges off. And these are the old connections for the Daytona, which I'm going to actually use for the new connection, because I want to, even though these heated grips are okay to be used for the battery, but in the past what happened once or twice to me that I got stranded, and the reason I got stranded is because I forgot to switch off the. This is quite actually tight. I don't know if I should be putting it on. Still okay, to be honest. So I find this kind of swooping movement is the best to put it on. When you put the glue on, you'll have just limited time. The advice in the instructions, if it goes quite tight, then you just put it